Hi, good morning. I'm sitting on my tripod in my office, so excuse the wiggling while we get, while we get ourselves set. So I really wasn't, Facebook Live on your phone, you know? I'm going to show you my setup. Hold on a second. I'll show you my setup. I'll wait for people to come up. Well, you guys can watch it on the replay later. Oh gosh. Hiding the bra straps again. I wanted you to see my awesome shoulders. Look at these. Look at that. See, because I'm awesome. Yeah, so I'm excited. I've been excited about these. Really excited about what's going on Friday mornings. It's super fun. Like, I literally am not sleeping very well on Friday nights, which is not great, but I'm excited about it. So there's my cheers. I'm here with you this morning. I'm not going to show the name of the church because we don't go there, and I don't want to, I went for the free mug. And actually, this is my favorite mug of all of them. This one is like, the handle's cool, and like, it's just normal. I'll show the church. This is somewhere here in Katy. We went one time. I got this nice mug, but it doesn't get hot. You know, sometimes you put your mug in the microwave, especially if you're a mom, you are reheating your coffee multiple times a day. And so, yeah, I pretty much chase my coffee in the microwave daily. So it's nice to have a mug that gets your coffee warm or your drink warm, or your tea, which is my afternoons usually. And the handle doesn't burn your fingerprints off. Yummy. Okay, so I'm gonna hang out, wait a couple minutes while we wait for some people to get on. Where's Chloe? She's gonna probably, we're gonna get some interruption from my husband, who just left the house and now is coming back, which means he probably forgot something. So we might have a peeker at the door. So I'm gonna show you my office. This is like my favorite, well, obviously my favorite part of my house. And we're gonna see if I can do it without, dog. See if I can do it without messing up. So we'll see how easy this is to use. Hold on a second. Let's see what we got here. This is so wiggly. Hold on. So this is my little corner of the world. Such a mom office. Okay, so I'll lead you in. So this is it. This is my little space. I have to keep my door locked because my kids are like, they pilfer through things. So we have, this is officially it's my office, but it's also our guest room. So there's, if you wanted to come sleep over, that's a trundle bed. And then that is from my friend Kendra. And that I did at Paint with a Twist in Colorado. So that was super, super fun. And I want to go every day, but I've only gone once, which is super, super lame. This is watercolor that I did one day when my kids, we went to IKEA and they had really fun watercolor paints, and so that's what we did. So then this is all of our stuff. For those of you who watch HGTV, this is my not my vision board, but my fun metal board my husband got me for my birthday last year at the Magnolia store in Waco. We went to Chip and Joanna's shop. That was my birthday excursion. So we have like all Mother's Day presents and things like that. The way I expect my children to behave. Silly stuff that we've done. And then here is my vision board. And I can't really get back enough to be able to see stuff on it. But things that we want to do. And then this is what I look at when I'm talking to you guys, if I'm in here. And then over here is mostly confiscated books from my kids because they are just mean to me. Anyway, so this is a little peek at my space. That is Chloe. Chloe, sit. You sat. So she's going to keep us company for while we're here this morning. So I'm going to switch around and we're going to talk coffee. So, oops, that was my ear. Good morning, everybody. So, let me get you guys in a good spot so that you're not looking at like my nose or my forehead or at this point my boobs, which is nice. So, hi everybody. What time are we on? 9:05. Okay, so I've wasted 5 of your minutes at this point. I'll try to stay in the thing. So yeah, so this morning I wanted to talk about coffee. So, I think I'm going to tell you a little bit before we get into the coffee part, a little bit about what got me into the company that we are in, my husband and I are in right now. And I am a little bit of a distracted talker, so you will find me frequently looking off to the side and thinking and making weird faces because it's just, I don't know how to not do that. And also, I hate to be one of these girls, but I'm not in love with my hair today. We had a slow start. We had some stuff we had to do this morning that kind of took precedence and just didn't give me the time frame I wanted to. And I have never really liked my widow's peak, so yeah. Anyway, so when we started our journey with the company that we work with, my husband jumped in first, and he jumped in with both feet, and he was super excited about it. And I had done other companies before, done other network companies, marketing companies before, other sharing with, oh, my kids are arguing, other things in the past, and I just was not in, I wasn't in a great headspace at the time that I had done them, and got caught up in the you can do so much and make so much, and somehow thought that that wasn't going to involve any work, and that was wrong. And somehow thought that it was the products would sell themselves, which sometimes they do, but they don't necessarily sell themselves and fly off the shelves without your interaction and your input, and without taking some dings along the way. And that was one of the hard lessons that I learned in the beginning with previous companies, is that you're excited about this thing, that doesn't mean everybody else is going to be excited about it. And just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean that somebody else is going to be passionate about it. So, obviously when we started, my husband was really passionate about what we do now, and I was like, okay, whatever. I don't really want to do this again, but if you're in, I guess I'm in too. I feel right now the compulsion to find a hair tie and put my hair up. So, I'm going to try not to be distracted by this whole thing. So yeah, so when we signed up, when my husband signed up, he was all in, and I was like, whatever. And so finally, after several months, he started in like October and really didn't even do the actual program. He just did some of the things, hoping to learn what was the initial thing that you're supposed to do. Like, how are we supposed to do this? And so what ended up happening is he finally convinced me to just try the products for a week. And so I did. I tried them for a week, and I replaced my morning coffee. This is how this becomes coffee time. My morning coffee got replaced with a shake. Since I was drinking a shake, or drinking my food anyway, which wasn't even food, I was just merely keeping alive with water and sugar. I decided, I was like, all right, fine. So I did just the breakfast shake, just shakes for breakfast for a week, and I also limited sugars. And at the same time, I was potty training my son, and his reward was M&Ms. So my my husband would call me in the middle of the day and be like, because we were both going off sugar. So he would call me in the middle of the day and say, hey, what, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I would, and I would be like, well, I had like 2 M&Ms. 2 M&Ms? Oh, honey, we're supposed to be doing blah, blah, blah. You try not to do and blah, blah, blah. And, try being encouraging, but at the same time, what I'm hearing in my head is, how dare you have sugar? And he wasn't saying that at all. Like, he just really wanted success for us. And so at one point I was like, if I were a smoker, you'd at least give me a patch, like, because sugar is a huge addiction. So yeah, so I was all kinds of like crazy in the head that week, just in turmoil. But like, was this stuff really working? This isn't really working. It's just a shake. We've done shakes before. What's the big deal? Well, the end of that week was our anniversary. So we went to dinner. We had a weekend without kids. It was the first time that we had our kids away for overnight together. We'd had our daughter away overnight for, like, when my son was born. So, he was like, I had an 18-month-old. Maybe he was just 2. He had just turned 2. And Ava was, so then Ava was 4 turning 5. And we had a weekend alone. So we went out to dinner and we hung out and had a great time. And on the second day, he wanted to take me to an opportunity meeting, which was great. Yay. I was so excited. I was not excited. I was like, pouty, stone-faced, blah, blah, blah. Part of the reason that I looked like that was that I felt like crap. We had gone out to dinner, gone to a great Italian, a delicious Italian dinner. It was not necessarily great Italian food. It was like a step up from olive chain restaurant. So we went there. Oh my God, my kids are screaming. So we went there, and when we came, and then the next morning we went to brunch, and we just hung out at a coffee shop and whatever. Well, by the time I got to this meeting in the afternoon, I felt awful. I felt so bad. I hadn't had any sugar. I hadn't had any coffee. I hadn't had any wine. I hadn't had any cheese. I had just been eating pretty clean for that 1 week, and in 2 days, eating normal, which Americans don't eat normal. We don't eat normal anything. Nothing that we as a culture eat is normal. I mean, even our international foods are like not even that. People eat much better than we do. So I felt terrible and sat through the initial information, and at the end was just like, fine, sign me up. I feel so terrible. So that's kind of how I went into it. I went into it just feeling like, all right, I'll do it because I feel awful. I didn't go into it initially with the mindset of, oh my goodness, I feel so good now, I can't stop. And that's where we are now. 2.5 years later, regardless of what we look like, regardless of what's going on in our lives, regardless of our outside stresses, this is something that we love doing. We love the we love the products, we love the culture, we love the family of this business. So all that to say, when we started, I had to give up coffee because coffee is one of the most pesticide toxic products on the market. Your standard everyday coffee is just a train wreck of nutrition. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Kristen. Hi. Thanks for joining me this morning. So coffee is loaded with pesticides. So what was so exciting for me about a year ago, I think it was just a year ago, our company announced that they were adding coffee. Based on current information, they were adding coffee to our program. And so this is a partial bag of our coffee. This is, I buy the premium blend. We have two different kinds. We have premium blend and we have an organic. And what the difference is basically that the organic, they have gone through additional testing to have it labeled USDA organic. And that's all that means. And if you pay attention to what organic, local, whatever food means, you will have noticed that a lot of times, there's a TED Talk on it too. I'll have to see if I can find it and then put it in the comments. Oh my God, my kids. There is a TED Talk that talks about the steps that it takes to go through in order to be confirmed organic. So if you want to know why organic food is more expensive, it's because they have to pay for more testing to prove that their stuff is organic. They're already doing everything right, but they have to jump through additional jump through additional hoops for that to happen. So that's a bummer. And certainly the more that we as consumers demand cleaner foods, the more we can have that kind of stuff happen. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna yell for a sec. Shh. Guys! Stop it! So now I'm gonna go close my door because they're like yelling. Hold on. Christopher! Can you please stop yelling? I'm closing my door and I'm locking you out. So be kind, please. Closing my door and locking you out. Sorry, I don't know how to pause. Can you pause when you're live? I think you just have to roll with it. Anyway, so when they said that coffee was available to us, I was like, it was immediately in my order. And I usually, even now, I'm excited about the dairy-free stuff because I've kind of gone dairy-free in my regular food, but I haven't gone 100%. And so I'm excited to see how the dairy-free shakes pan out. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you some little information about our coffee, what makes it different. I will tell you, it is not an excessive price point. Just if you're interested in a product here, a product there, it's $12. I think I paid $12.95, and that's my price, wholesale price. We don't have different pricing, by the way, we have retail and we have wholesale, but everybody who is either a preferred customer or an associate pays the same price. We don't have like the higher up you are, you get a certain thing. Or I know there's companies where if you're an associate, you get a certain discount, and if you're a preferred customer, you get a lesser discount. Ours is just retail and wholesale, and that's it. So my wholesale price is $12.95 for premium, $14.95 for organic, I think is the difference. And that's not a guaranteed price, by the way. I could be wrong, is all of the disclaimer is, a lot of times I don't know actually what I'm talking about. I look like I do though. So anyways, so our coffee is small batch roasted. It's fair trade. It's 100% Arabica coffee beans, so there's not a different, like a combination. And they are enhanced with green tea extract, trace minerals, and coconut medium chain triglycerides. And then again, like I said at the beginning, the organic have gone through USDA organic certification process for that same one. You get about 7 pots of coffee with 12 cups per pot in here. So you get about 85 cups per bag. I personally use a Keurig with a refillable K-cup. I never buy the pods. In fact, I have pods right now. My son has tried to make me coffee and filled my Keurig with beans. Yucky beans. Ground. And I had to clean and use vinegar. So that went my big bottle of vinegar. So that just made that better. Anyways, it's very smooth. A lot of people who don't drink coffee black will drink it black because it doesn't need to be covered up. Let's see. It smells good. My mother is one person who has a hard time with coffee because it's acidic generally, and it really hurts her stomach after she drinks it. She does not have a problem with this one. It's a low acidity coffee, and the reason for that, that was one of the things that we focused on, our company focused on, was getting it to be low acidic. Let's see. It is slow roasted and cool ground. What else? So I'm reading off of something that I can print off. This is from, we have tons of information in our company. If you do ISA, FYI, and then search whatever question you have, you're usually able to find a PDF or something like that on whatever your question is, which is great. We have a ton of resources that are available. So for a long time they were saying no coffee. Coffee was bad. Coffee has pesticides, highly toxic, acidic, sets off your pH level, blah blah blah. Why all of a sudden did they say it was okay? It's delicious, naturally caffeinated, and it boosts the body and the brain. It's a known ergogenic acid and has good effects on exercise performance, which is why a lot of times energy drinks, workout stuff has caffeine in it. There's nothing wrong with caffeine itself. Sorry, I got a call. So clearly not one of my watchers. Anyways, coffee also supports endurance and helps keep you going longer. I like this phrase right here. It says it. I'm reading from right here. 2015 U.S. Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee evaluated the latest scientific literature surrounding the study of coffee and determined that moderate coffee consumption, 3 to 5 cups a day, can easily be incorporated into a healthy nutritional system. That is the most fantastic news ever. 3 to 5 cups a day, first of all, is moderate. I'm usually so excessive in everything else, so I drink like 1 to 2. Yay, I'm below average in something. That's awesome. Also, so ours are considered safe and clean. They're rigorously tested to ensure lowest counts of mold, pesticides, heavy metals, acrylamide, and other potential toxins. They contain no artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, and they're fairly treated. The green tea reinforces the antioxidants. The trace minerals are the things that are offsetting the acidity. And then the coconut oil in it adds a nice buttery finish. How do I use coffee? Enjoy up to 5 cups daily. Thank you. Thank you, I will. All right. So, and it's approved for both shake days and cleanse days. So if I haven't talked about our system at all and how it works, we have a 30-day system. Our basically our system is set up to help your body repair itself in a 30-day process. And now, however many times you're gonna have to do the 30-day process depends on what your goals are. But what's really cool is that now on our packaging, people have added, see this little stripey thing right there? And I know it's backwards to you, but coffee is, whatever the product is, will have a code on the side so you know which system you can use it with. So for instance, this one is compatible with, it says, a great addition to any of these popular systems: 30-day cleansing and fat burning system, or energy system, or performance system, or healthy aging and telomere support system. So we have different products for different purposes, and this easy code will tell you what you can add or use in your individual things. So that is the basics of it. Other than it's really delicious. I'm a little bummed today because, like I said earlier, I'm trying to go dairy free and I forgot to replenish, name dropping. I forgot to add my creamer to my list, and I've been buying the coconut milk creamer, which is really good, and it has very little sugar. So what I have in here today is actual milk and then some coconut sugar, because that's what I had for sweet. And I've come a long way since Dunkin' Donuts light and sweet. I mean, extra light and sweet. So that's what I got going on today. I think we've been on for a while. It's 9:30, 9:27 almost. So if anybody has anything that they want to ask or chat me up on, that would be fine. If you are interested in more information, just go ahead and PM me. I'm happy to answer your questions individually or whatever, and I am looking forward to next week and talking with you guys. A couple of things that I did want to mention. Number one, 4th of July weekend. Have a great weekend. It's a long weekend. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. Be safe. Be aware of what's going on around you. This is our second 4th of July. I was like, I'm going to say Thanksgiving. That's not it. Our second 4th of July in Texas. The first place I've ever lived where fireworks are legal. So it's a little weird. Last year we spent like $300 or $400 on fireworks, and it was awesome. But at the same time, it was very, very different. I'm from a beach town in Connecticut, and so when 4th of July was one of the more fun holiday times, and so we'd kind of go to everybody's. There's like 4 or 5 towns in a row on the Long Island Sound, And so we'd go to the Fairfield one night, we'd go to Westport one night, we'd go to Norwalk, and maybe we'd go to another one, or we'd go to a couple that were in town, like maybe Weston or Monroe or something, and it was always so fun. We'd dig a big hole in the beach. We'd just dig a huge hole in the sand at the beach, and then lay a blanket on top of that and kind of make a futon out of sand, which was super fun. And fireworks on the water are just the best ever. And then walking, you know, like you park kind of far away, and so you have this mass exodus of people just walking back to their cars and chatting, and it's just fun. It's a fun thing I miss doing. But it is also fun to go out into the middle of your street and light a box on fire and have it do the same thing that I would do off a barge in Connecticut too. So so we're going to a friend's house this weekend, and I'm looking forward to that. So I gotta take a pork roast out of the freezer so that I can turn it into pulled pork for Monday. And yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to know about, if you have like heard rumors, or if you have products that you are thinking of that you might want to know a little bit more about, or you've seen things and had some questions about stuff, I'd love to take requests to do future Friday mornings. And then there's I wanted to also say that I am going to, in addition to my own products, do favorite product Fridays for things that I use that other people sell. So I have talked up my friend Chelsea, not now, I've talked up my friend Chelsea in Colorado, who I buy Unique from, not right now. It's 3 minutes, I need 3 more minutes. Anyway, so I use her Unique products, so I would love to show you what she's got, because I'm sure some of you have your own connections and maybe don't know what to order, or whether or not things are as good as people say. And so I'm excited to share other things, because there's certainly, when I look around especially my bathroom counter, there's so much that I've gotten from other people by word of mouth. And so if you have something that you want me to try, go ahead and hit me up, and let's see if we can work something out. And I'm happy to give you guys a shout out too. So yeah, so I will let you guys go. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, America. And yeah, and I'll talk to you guys next week. So love ya. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.